Just dying woman says, final goodbye to her parrot, but the parrot's reaction will make you cry. She took her last breath beside the parrot she had cared for over 25 years. These images moved everyone, and the parrot's reaction surprised people even more. Why did she choose to keep a parrot rather than a dog or cat? How would an intelligent parrot react when its beloved friend is no longer by its side? Follow the story on Animal Needs Love to find out more. In the vibrant city of Lyon, France, lived a woman named Isabelle. As she grew older, the weight of loneliness settled in her small apartment, a space once filled with laughter and life, now echoing with silence. Without a husband or close friends, Isabelle longed for companionship. The rules of her condo barred pets like dogs and cats, so she started to think about a parrot, a choice that appeared both interesting and practical. After much research, she discovered the world of parrots and their vibrant personalities. One day, Isabelle stepped into the small pet shop, her heart racing with a mix of excitement and uncertainty. The vibrant colors of the birds fluttering in their cages caught her eye, but it was the soft, ash-colored feathers of one particular African gray parrot that drew her in. He perched quietly, watching her with intelligent, inquisitive eyes that seemed to hold a depth of understanding. As she approached, the parrot tilted his head, assessing her with curiosity. Isabelle felt an instant connection. Something about his demeanor resonated with her. He wasn't squawking loudly like some of the other birds. Instead, he seemed calm and contemplative, almost as if he were waiting for her to speak. She spent time with him, watching how he interacted with the shopkeeper and the other birds. Jasper, as he was named, displayed a playful spirit, occasionally flapping his wings in bursts of joy. Yet he also had a serene quality that made her feel at ease. Unlike the more boisterous parrots, he seemed to understand the need for quiet companionship, and that spoke to Isabelle's heart. After several visits to the shop, Isabelle learned more about Jasper's personality. He had a knack for mimicking sounds, including laughter, which made her smile. It was as if he understood the joy of connection, something she longed for in her own life. His playful spirit and gentle nature solidified her decision. In that moment, Isabelle felt an overwhelming sense of hope. This parrot, with his soft feathers and watchful eyes, could bring light back into her life. She knew that Jasper was meant to be part of her journey, and with that realization, she made the choice to bring him home, forever changing the course of her days. Isabelle settled into a joyful routine with Jasper, her days transformed by the presence of her lively companion. Each morning began with a familiar ritual. As the sun poured through the kitchen window, she would prepare us a cup of coffee, and Jasper would greet her with cheerful squawks, flapping his wings in excitement. He had learned to mimic the sound of her laughter, which always made her smile. Their mornings were spent on the balcony, where they shared the simple pleasure of watching the world wake up. Isabelle would sip her coffee, and Jasper would perch on her shoulder, occasionally preening her hair or nibbling on a playful strand. It was a delightful sight, an elderly woman and her vibrant parrot, two souls connected in a world that felt less lonely. Isabelle took great care in providing for Jasper's needs. She researched his diet, ensuring he had a balanced mix of seeds, fresh fruits, and vegetables. Every Sunday became treat day, when she would prepare special snacks for him. She delighted in watching Jasper's excitement as she offered him slices of apple or bits of carrot, his eyes lighting up with anticipation. In return, Jasper would perform little tricks for her, bobbing his head and dancing as if to say, "It has the sides, also for the treats, so thank you." Their bond deepened over time. Isabelle spoke to Jasper as if he were a confidant, sharing her thoughts and worries, and Jasper would respond with a series of chirps and whistles that felt like genuine conversation. Sometimes, it seemed as though he understood her in a way that transcended words. On difficult days, his presence brought her comfort. When she expressed sadness, he would soften his voice and mimic her tone, as if trying to reassure her. As the seasons changed, so did their routines. In the warmer months, they would explore the nearby park, where Jasper would enjoy the fresh air, sitting on Isabelle's shoulder as they walked. People often stopped to admire the pair, commenting on how vibrant and happy they looked together. Jasper relished the attention, puffing up his feathers and performing little tricks, basking in the affection from onlookers. In the evenings, they would wind down together. Isabelle would settle into her favorite chair with a book, and Jasper would find a cozy spot on the armrest, occasionally peeking at the pages or napping in the soft glow of the lamp. She often played soft music, and Jasper would bob his head to the rhythm, creating a tranquil atmosphere filled with love and companionship. Every night ended with their special goodnight ritual. Isabelle would softly say, "Good night, Jasper," and he would respond in kind, mimicking her voice perfectly. It was their way of sealing the day with warmth, a reminder that they were never alone. As the years rolled by, Isabelle's bond with Jasper deepened into something profound and beautiful. They were inseparable, two souls navigating life's joys and sorrows together. But time, relentless and unyielding, began to take its toll on Isabelle. Her body, once vibrant and energetic, grew weary, and moments of strength became fleeting. Isabelle tried to resist the inevitable decline, often brushing aside her discomfort to care for Jasper. She cherished their morning rituals, the way Jasper would greet her with a cheerful squawk, but deep down she knew her time was running short. The doctor visits, once a precaution, turned into a series of alarming appointments, and soon she had found herself spending more nights in the hospital than at home. Jasper sensed the change. He was remarkably perceptive, often expressing his affection more frequently, whispering, "I love you," with a sweet, soft timbre that echoed in Isabelle's heart. During those quiet moments, she would smile, wrapping her fingers around his tiny foot, drawing strength from his presence. Yet, as her health deteriorated, she found it increasingly difficult to maintain the routine they once had. In those final days, Isabelle was confined to a hospital bed, surrounded by beeping machines and the hushed conversations of nurses. Her daughter Amélie brought Jasper for a visit, knowing how much they meant to each other. The moment Jasper entered the room, a palpable shift occurred. The usually lively Parrot grew unusually still, as if he could feel the weight of the moment pressing down on them. Isabelle's frail body lay beneath the sheets, her face drawn and pale, but her eyes still sparkled with love when they landed on Jasper. "Hey there, my sweet boy," she rasped, her voice barely a whisper. Jasper hopped closer, tilting his head as he looked at her, his gaze filled with an understanding that seemed to transcend words. As the room grew quiet, Amélie gently urged her mother to say goodbye to Jasper, to let him know how much she loved him. Summoning all her remaining strength, Isabelle managed to whisper, "I love you, Jasper." In that moment, the world around them seemed to fade away. Jasper perked up, responding with a soft, melodic chirp, his eyes wide with recognition. It was as if her voice rekindled a flicker of hope within him. But the fleeting joy quickly waned, and Isabelle's breaths became shallower, the rhythm of her life slowing. The warmth of their shared memories enveloped them, but reality loomed heavy. As Isabelle closed her eyes, her heart filled with love for her feathered friend, she felt a sense of peace wash over her. Jasper, sensing the change, inched closer, his small body trembling with the weight of emotion. He nestled against her hand, the warmth of his feathers a poignant reminder of their enduring bond. In those final moments, Isabelle felt Jasper's presence, a comforting light amidst the encroaching darkness. And then, with a gentle sigh, Isabelle took her last breath, leaving behind a world that had been profoundly enriched by love. Jasper, left in a silence that seemed impossibly loud, chirped softly, as if calling out to her one last time. He hopped around the bed, searching for his beloved companion, his heart heavy with an inexplicable grief. Isabelle passed away shortly after, leaving behind a legacy of affection and companionship. Jasper, now under Amelie's care, adjusted to his new home. Though the bond he shared with Isabelle was irreplaceable, he began to learn Amelie's routines and fill his days with the memories of his first owner. He still whispered the words Isabelle had taught him, echoing her laughter through the quiet apartment. In the end, Isabelle's story and her connection with Jasper remind me of the profound impact that companionship can have on our lives. Love knows no bounds, whether it comes from a friend, family member, or a cherished pet. In their silent understanding, Isabelle and Jasper showed us that sometimes the most meaningful relationships blossom in the most unexpected forms. Thank you for joining us in this heartfelt journey. Have you ever experienced a bond with a pet that changed your life? We'd love to hear your stories of companionship and love. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you find this story interesting, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Finally, don't forget to turn on our bell and subscribe to our channel Animal Needs Love so you don't miss any of our new videos. Thank you for your support and see you next time.